Hey, what's up guys? This is Guy here with KBTrainings, where I share with you a lot of what I do for the ENCOR exam. So today I'm going to do a quick lab on InterVLAN routing. So today we're looking at the layer 3 switch. This is the topology that we're going to use today. I don't know if you remember, but we did the same kind of topology in the last video in which we talked about DTP or dynamic trunking protocol. So that one was just about troubleshooting and configuring DTP and creating static and dynamic trunks and so on. So in this one, I'm going to make sure that the traffic can go across VLANs. So we have two VLANs in this topology, and this is the PC1, which is located in the VLAN 1, PC2 in VLAN 20, and we also have these three switches. I haven't configured the switch yet, but we have to make sure that switch 2 is the root for the spanning tree on both VLANs. We haven't talked about spanning tree. I haven't done any labs on spanning tree, but that's something we'll cover in the future. Also, this router will be the default gateway for this whole topology to go out to the internet. We're going to make sure PC1 and PC2 are able to reach the internet. When you are designing something like this for an enterprise, for example, you need to make sure that the traffic is routed in a very efficient way. So what I'm trying to do here is that every VLAN routing, like all VLAN routing, will happen at the switch 2 level. Router 1 will handle only traffic going to the internet or going to the corporate network or outside of our LAN. So that's what we're going to do. So layer switch 2 will have two VLANs, VLAN 1 and VLAN 20. Two VLAN interfaces for InterVLAN routing, and it will also have the IP for router 1, which will be the default gateway. Without further ado, let's get started. This is for the ENCOR 350-401. If you are not very familiar with this, if you are still at the CCNA level, you can check out my course on KBTrainings.com/CCNA. But if you are interested in the ENCOR for more content, join me on KBTrainings.com/ENCOR. All right, so let's get started. First of all, I'm going to pull up the CLI. Let's verify the IP on the PC1. All right, so we can see that the PC1, this is PC2, sorry. All right, so we can see the PC2 is has this IP here, 10.0.20.3. If we go on PC1, we can do the same, show IP, and we can see the IP 10.0.1.3 on PC1. And other than that, nothing has been configured. So let's get started. The first switch to configure will be the switch 2, because I think it's the busiest switch in this topology. So let's go ahead and create the VLAN 20. So I'm not going to use VTP here because I haven't covered VTP in my labs like on YouTube. So next video will be about VTP, and that's when we're going to be using VTP all over the place. So right now I'm going to create that VLAN manually in all the three switches. So this one, we have VLAN 20. I can name it test just for fun. And what else? After the VLAN, I need to make sure all these ports 3.3 3/3 0/0 0/1 are trunks. So I need to do interface range gig 0/0 to 1 and 3/3. Or so first of all, we need to, I'm not gonna use DTP here. It's gonna be just hard-coded trunk. So switch port encapsulation, we need to switch port trunk, trunk encapsulation .1q, because that's what we cover in this course. And then we do switch port mode trunk. All right, so those three are trunk. Let's go and verify. Show interface trunk. We have three ports that are trunking. What else? Let's check the VLAN with the show VLAN, and we can see that we have the VLAN 20 that's here. We don't have to assign any port to any VLAN here because all the three ports that we are using are trunks. So we don't have to do anything in that regard. We can create the interfaces. Okay, interface VLAN 1, and we can give them the IPs. So the IP for the VLAN 1 would be 10.0.1.2/24. Shut no shut. Interface VLAN 20, IP address will be 10.0.20.2/24. Shut no shut. Do show IP interface brief. Let's see what we have. So we have these 3 ports. Okay, that's good. And yeah, this one is a trunk, so we'll have to configure things here if we want to go to the internet. For now, let's take care of inner VLAN routing first. Let's learn some pings from here to this device right here. So I'm not able to connect to it because we haven't finished the configuration yet. I'm pretty sure this is a trunk here, that one is a trunk, but the traffic will stop here because I think this port is not in the VLAN 20 yet. But first of all, let's make sure we have a trunk over here. So I'm going to switch 1, and I'm going to do interface gig 3/3, and we'll do switch port encapsulation, trunk encapsulation .1q, switch port mode trunk, show interface trunk. We see that we have 2 trunks. This one is in mode auto, this one is on, and they are both using 802.1q. They are both allowing 1 and 20, which is good. I need to pass this command because I don't like the, I need to pass to put the logging synchronous command. Where is it? Where are my notes? All right, so, oh, by the way, everything that we do here, because here on KBTrainings, I encourage you to read materials from the Cisco's website. So this is coming from this page here. The link is on kbtrainings.com/ENCOR. So this is the page on which NVLAN routing is explained. So if you read this, you don't have to buy the book. So save your money, read everything on the Cisco's website unless you really have to. But yeah, I prepare with everything that I have here. I used to buy books. All of that on my back. These are books that I bought at some point, but now I don't buy books anymore. I'm just reading what I have online, and it works for me. And I do a ton of labs because the secret is in the lab. I actually made a video about my secret for the certifications. It's up here if you can check it out. I'm just talking about what you should do to make sure that you're going to pass the exam. And most of what I'm saying is around labbing. You need to lab all the time, lab every day actually. So in switch 1, what was I supposed to do here? I completely forgot. Yeah, switch 1, we just activated the trunk, and I think that's it. Also, let's make sure switch 2 is the root bridge for the spanning tree protocol in both VLANs. So what we have to do is exit spanning tree VLAN 1 root primary, and I do the same for VLAN 20 as well, because it's going to be just great to have that traffic flowing right here if it wants to go to the internet, and if you want to go to another VLAN, it will come up here and drop back. Okay, I think we are good on that. The next thing is to include this port, to add this port to the VLAN 20. So we're going to switch 3. Let's check if we have do show. It's always good to check as you go, just to make sure that everything is running as intended. So interface trunk, yes, we have 2 trunks, that's fine. So now we do interface gig 0/2 switch port access VLAN 20, and I'm pretty sure now PC1 can ping it. Still not able to ping. Why? Let me restart. No. Oh, yeah, this is because of spanning tree protocol. I'm pretty sure spanning tree protocol is still do show spanning tree for VLAN 20. It's still learning on that port. Yeah, that's normal. So I didn't activate port fast or something, so that's why it's taking the whole 30 seconds to come up. Yep, now it's forwarding, and yep, PC1 can ping PC2, which is good. So now we have inter routing VLAN, so the traffic is flowing from PC1 up to switch 1 up to switch 2, which is the layer 3 routing for this topology, like the routing in charge, or the routing on duty, or I don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying to give it some names. All right, so this is routing, sending the traffic back to switch 3 and going to the PC2. All right, so now we're going to do the next part of our topology, which is making sure that these devices are getting to the internet. So I'm going to launch some pings here, going to the internet. So what we have to do on switch 2, I think there's nothing to do here. We already have a trunk and it has both VLANs on it. So it's we have mostly stuff to do on switch 1, I mean on router 1. What do we have to do? First of all, let's connect it to the internet first. So we go under interface gig 3/0. What? 3/0. And we do IP address DHCP. No shut. Okay, we should have an IP right there. Okay, let's do some ping to Google and see. Yep, we can successfully reach Google. So we go on the interface 4/0. This is like router on a stick. So we're just gonna create the interface 4/0 will handle VLAN 1, which is not recommended in production environments. You should be running some kind of some different type of VLAN. And then we're going to create a sub interface for the VLAN 20. So right now we do it for the VLAN 1 first. In here, the IP address is going to be 10.0.1.1/24, no shut. And then, oh yeah, because I'm going to NAT the traffic, so here, going outside, I'm not, let's try the show IP interface brief. You can see that I'm using this IP here to go outside. This is a GNS3 topology. So this one goes out and goes to the internet. I need to NAT the traffic, the whole traffic coming from the inside. I need to NAT it to this traffic here. So this is the public IP that we have in our topology. And I know that NAT is going to be configured on this topology. So I'm going to add the IP NAT inside command already. And then I go to interface gig 4/0.20 for the VLAN 20 encapsulation.1q20, and IP address will be 10.0.20.1/24. And then I'll do a no shut. I don't know if I had to do it, but oh, by the way, I need to do a no shut on 0/4, I guess. Yeah. Okay, I didn't do the no shut on the 20. I mean the IP not inside. All right. Let's go on 3/0 and do the IP not outside here. Okay. What we have to do now is finish up with our NAT configuration, because PC2 is still not able to ping Google. We need to finish up by creating an access list. Access list, let's say 20 permit 10.0.0.0. Yeah, 255.0.0. IP NAT inside source list 20 interface gig 3/0. If everything is well configured, after this enter, PC1 should be able to ping the internet. Let's enter and go to PC2, see if it's working. Nope, it's not working. Why? Am I supposed to put a wildcard mask here, wildcard here, or not sure? Oh yeah, it's a wildcard. So it's 00.255.255. Okay. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Okay. All right. So now PC2 has access to the internet, and yeah, it's all good. We can ping each other, like the VLANs can ping each other, and all the PCs can have access to the internet. That's all we needed. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. And if you have any question or any comments, let me know. Let me know below. If you like what I'm doing, also give me a thumbs up. And why did we miss that ping here? All right. That's it. So if you want to join me in this preparation, go on KBTrainings.com/ENCOR, and I'll see you in the next video. I think the next video we're going to talk about VTP or something similar before we go on packet tracer, and then we'll just wrap up the whole layer 2 topology or layer 2 networking, and we just put it aside and go to towards some more fun stuff. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.